There we go. About level, perhaps. Hello. Hi. It's me again. Today, I want to talk to you about websites. And this is my website that is hosted on neocities.com. So let's have a little look around, and I'm going to show you the website and talk about why I sort of made Ed's Primordial Soup, or what this all is, really. I'm going to talk about the circumstances around formulating Ed's Primordial Soup. Where you get to in your life when you decide you need to make a website for your creative project known as Ed's Primordial Soup. Like, what is the thing that drives a person to make their own website for their creative project? Ed's Primordial Soup in particular, for me, what is that thing that drives you to do that? So let's investigate that, shall we? Okay, are you sitting comfortably for a little story? Because I'm going to begin now. I started making my website for Ed's Primordial Soup on December the 1st, 2022. This is not the first website I ever made, but I've been involved in websites since 2019. When I first made the website, I was fresh out of university and living with my closest friends in Leeds, in a house we dubbed the Gamer House because we were and are avid gamers. I did media and digital practice at the University of Portsmouth and had made a short animated film using Adobe After Effects. And I struggled to find a job afterwards, so I decided to become a teacher and continue doing like a creative digital practice in my spare time. But I soon sort of ended up dropping out of being a teacher, and then at that point as well, I went through a kind of a difficult breakup because it was a relationship that spanned a lot of my like young adult period of life, and I was in quite a low point.
Energy-wise, I've started having soaring in the beginning of the day. It's pretty genius. It's 4 a.m. and I feel like I need to make something.
For a long time now, and back then, I had an obsession with Suk-Yin Lee's feature for Much Music, Suk-Yin's Eyeball Theatre.
Eyeball Theater!
There's so many things I want to do. Feature good music, short independent films, people, places, things. But most of all, I want to try and capture a sense of reality.
I discovered Suk-Yin's work from her compelling and personable interview with Radiohead's Tom York. Go figure, I was a big fan of Radiohead. So naturally, I was pouring through old tape-ripped interviews uploaded to YouTube.com. Suk-Yin Lee was a VJ for Much Music. Much Music being a TV channel originally billed as Canada's answer to MTV. And using a hi-8 tape recorder, she recorded and edited Suk-Yin's Eyeball Theatre. Watching this strange and alluring special feature about Toronto in the late 90s to early aughts made me sincerely crave to be part of a subculture and to have something to offer to like-minded people. Ever since then, I've been infected with the bug to make stuff that hopefully makes others feel how I felt while watching Eyeball Theatre. Prompted then by this burst of creativity, I made the first iteration on my website, and being a child of the digital age, my internet presence known as Ed's Primordial Soup on neocities.com. NeoCities exists as an answer to the loss of GeoCities in 2009, and in a way nowadays as a reaction to the increasingly closed and centralized social media ecosystem, where algorithms rule and the user is encouraged at every turn to increase engagement and produce content. Content, of course, being the stuff they show you between the ads. The areas where people exist on the web are increasingly becoming less and less free, and the experience begins to resemble that of a marketplace rather than a town square. The radical potential of the internet is probably something you've heard before, a global unifying force allowing the instant sharing and distribution of information, education, entertainment, and folk wisdom. The ability to make the world smaller, to share art and to tear down barriers, and to bring new perspectives and ways of being. It is within the interest of the powers that be to minimize this radical potential as much as possible, or even harness it and make it work for them. It's how we see the rise of engagement farming and alternative media that offer the appearance of a reformation of traditional media, but in fact reinforce the views and the interests of the ruling class as much as, if not more, than the traditional media they denounce.
So welcome to Ed's Primordial Soup, the website, and I'm going to sort of talk you through what it is. So this is the introduction, and we got my my Top Gear YouTube video. If you want to watch that, I'd recommend it. It's my Top Gear video.
This is the Ferrari.
We got a news section where I talk about new areas on the website. For example, my new web space area. I got a button, and check this button out. My new game. I'm making a new game, guys. Stay tuned for the new game. It's going to be pretty cool. So if we look to the navigation section, we can go to blogs. We've got my blog zone, Ed's blog zone page. We've got some writing. We've got this is the oldest section of the website. If we scroll right down to the bottom, we've got my first post. And there I am, having just made my website. We've got a hot chocolate recipe. I make drinks as well. I made a drink. So the blog section's sort of about whatever I want it to be. So this is a drink that I made whilst I was living in Leeds. And it's a hot chocolate with instant coffee in it and some Baileys. It's a truly fantastic drink, and I'd really recommend it. It's sort of creativity fuel. That was the idea behind the drink, because it's both a delicious drink, it's an energy giving drink, and it's slightly alcoholic, so it loosens your inhibitions and allows you to be creative. That's the formulation behind the idea of the what's it called again? The hot chocolate with a twist, or the Edward. I named it after myself. Like most things, I've named them after myself. My therapist might want to have some words about me to do with that, but that's fairly normal. I'm pretty sure. We've got the web space area. This is the newest part of the website. I've got my buttons. You guys can, if you want to make a website, or if you have a website and you like what I'm doing, then please put my button on your website. It's cool. I'm putting other people's buttons on my website too. I'm like slowly building a button area to share cool websites on the internet. I got some gifts. I went to the 99 gift shop, which is this website here. You can see the 99 gift shop, and you can just save any of these gifts. There's a horse. Peter, the horse is here. You know, get that. If you come to my website, please write in the guest book, because nobody's written in my guest book yet, guys. Can we please get some people in the guest book, please? Thank you. And finally, we can see what the moon's up to. So currently, it's a waxing gibbous. It's 90% full. And I decided to include the North Hemisphere and the South Hemisphere, not to leave one out, but really it's the same information, but because people on the North, they see it and it's one way, and the people on the South, they see it and it's upside down, or vice versa. And yeah, I'm making games as well. I already told you I'm making games. Like, if you want to go check out my game I made, it's like a 20-30 minute experience. You can just hop in. It's a quick adventure. Hop in, hop out. And I'm making a new one as well, so keep watching. Oh yeah, I want to also say that I used a template from this website I found on NeoCities called Egg Ramen. Check it out. They've got some pretty cool formats, templates that you can sort of readjust to your own preferences. So if you don't know anything about HTML or CSS or anything like that, it couldn't be easier to get started. And honestly, HTML, if you're thinking of learning coding or anything like that, HTML is like the most lenient and easy to do one of the lot, and you end up making something that looks cool. I'm probably waffling, but you can use these templates if you want to make your own website, and I really recommend you do. And hopefully this kind of makes you want to do that. You know what I mean? Trying to make this a positive kind of video. This is like a positive one, you know. So look at this. You ever wanted a website like this? Well, now you can. Make it yourself, yeah? you have a webcomic? Do you make webcomics? I tried making a webcomic once. Yeah, so I had a sort of webcomic of sorts when I first started Ed's Primordial Soup about this this alien that approached me. I might put that back on the website. It's unfinished, of course, but I would update the progress of the aliens. I made them watch the Blade films with Wesley Snipes. They really liked them. I got a little poster for them, a little miniature-sized alien poster for the aliens. They really liked it. And I started making Soup OS, which is the thing you can see. There was like a lore behind it. I made Soup OS. And the aliens, they told me to make things, make robots and stuff. So, you know, there's really, you can make anything on the online, and I really recommend you do make anything online. And anything you want to make, just make it. You can just do it, you know what I mean? So get off TikTok, get off Instagram Reels, get off YouTube Shorts. Stay on normal YouTube because that's where you're watching this, but you can go on to NeoCities and make a website, or just go on Photoshop and fiddle around if you just want to make art or something. I don't know what you want to do. Do you want to be a photographer? Do you want to be a videographer? Do you want to be a videographer? You would just start putting it on your website, I guess. Anyway. GG's, guys. Thank you for watching. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna be watching this 1997 TV for the rest of today, and yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.